Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from Sovmiku. This is the CQ1 2K solar Wi-Fi outdoor security camera. This has pan, tilt, zoom. It also has motion detection and color night mode. We're going to dig into this now, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is everything that you get once you get it out of the box. You're going to get a couple pieces of documentation here. This first one that says note on the left, this is how to hook up the solar panel. So it'll show you how to plug it into the charge port. And it shows you the mount for the solar panel itself. Because you get two separate mounts, one for the solar panel, one for the camera. Then you have an operation instruction booklet for three different models. We have the CQ1, which is the first model that comes up here. And this is really nice because this shows you everything that you get in the packing list, where everything is, like your mic, everything that you need to know about the camera itself, your power button, where to put the SD card, and of course where to download the 𝗥𝗲𝗿𝘁 app. You can get that for Android or for iOS. Hold on to this because it's got some good information. Okay, so as I said, you get two different mounts. Now the black mount here is for the solar panel and the white mount is for the camera. So the black one has a couple pieces to it, as you can see. The white one is a singular piece, and you can see that we can mount this to any direction we want. We can angle it. So if you're trying to get the most sunlight with your solar panel, you're going to be able to do that with the black portion of the mount there. Now the white portion just has this single screw down that will screw into the top of the camera, and you can mount that where you need it. Since it's pan, tilt, and zoom, you're going to get 360 degrees, so you don't really have to worry about the angle as much on the camera as you do the solar panel. Now, taking a look at the charge cable, you do get a charge cable if you just want to run this off battery. It is a USB Type A to micro USB, and you can plug the USB Type A port into any port on your laptop, your PC, your Mac, or you can use something else like an AC to USB adapter that you probably have from your phone or your tablet, and that will work just fine to power this up or recharge it. Now it's got a 9,000 milliamp battery in it that will last up to 60 days between charges. So if you don't want to use the solar panel, you don't have to use the solar panel. You can go 2 months and then just unhook it, bring it in, or maybe it's in an area that doesn't get a lot of solar. You don't have to, but you do get a solar panel with this. It's got weatherproofing around the connection, and this will keep it charged up pretty much indefinitely, so you do not have to worry about it. So if you're going to be putting this outside and you do have a lot of sunshine, then you're going to be good to go. Okay, so taking a look at the main camera, it is very well built. This is a very nice construction. You've got two LED lights for color night vision. You've got an IR sensor there for motion detection as well. So you do have your PIR for motion detection. Your lens up front, it's 360 degrees, pan, tilt, and zoom. You're going to want to mount it this way with the logo up. So you just flip up your two antennas here. It supports 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi only, not 5 gigahertz. So just make sure you know that. If you flip this up, you've got your power button, a reset hole to reset to factory settings, and an SD card slot, a micro SD card slot here. So you can locally store events or recordings if you want to do it that way. On the back is a speaker. You also have a microphone in this, so there is two-way communication. And then under this weatherproofed slot is your power source, which you're going to plug either your solar into, or when you bring it in, you'll recharge it via this micro USB slot on the back. Getting set up with the camera is super easy. I found this one of the easiest cameras to set up. You're going to want to get the 𝗥𝗲𝗁𝗁 app, and you can get it for Android or for iOS. You're going to want to hold down the power button at the top of the camera, or the bottom of the camera actually, and you'll see a LED, and it'll do its kind of self power on test here, and once that is complete, we're going to want to make sure that that LED on the front is blinking blue, and as long as it's blinking blue, we're ready and set up for pairing mode with the 𝗥𝗲𝗁𝗁 app. So the 𝗥𝗲𝗁𝗁 app, again, I'm using it on Android. You're going to want to sign up for it, and when you do and log in, you can either add a camera in the middle or the upper right hand corner. You can see that the LED is blinking blue, so we are ready to go. So let's add our camera here, and it'll ask you turn on the device and make sure that you're hearing a beeping sound or a flashing light. Now I see the flashing light, but I also hear a beeping sound as well, so I'm good to go. So I heard the sound or I saw the light on, and we're going to click next step. It's going to ask me for my permissions there, and it's going to search for the device. And now it comes up very quickly, the CQ1. We're going to click on that. And you can see that what it's going to say is that it needs a 2.4 gigahertz, not a 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi network. Now I'm currently connected to my 5 gigahertz network, but this won't make a difference. You just want to go through the list until you find your 2.4 gigahertz network. And I'm going to click on that, and it's going to ask me for my password, which I'm now going to put in. Once you put your password in and continue on with the setup, it's going to load all of that information and upload it to the camera so that it'll permanently be on your Wi-Fi. So this is, again, pretty simple standard fare here. We're going to click next step here, and we are going to then be ready to go. Now what this does is it turns the camera's hotspot on, and it's going to ask to connect to that, and it's automatically going to search for it. And when it finds the camera, the app will now take the information that you gave about your Wi-Fi hotspot, and it's going to upload it to the camera. This takes about 15 seconds or so to totally get done. And then once it is, you're all set, and it's on your Wi-Fi network, and you're ready to go. Now here, you can name the camera anything you want to, and you can choose a location like front door, living room, garden, office, back door, garage, or add your own. I'm going to say office, and I'm going to leave it as smart camera. That is totally fine with me for my setup. And then we're going to be good to go. Now it'll tell that your Wi-Fi signal strength is either strong or weak, and mine is strong, so I'm good to go. It's going to ask you how you want to use your device, plugged in, solar panel, or battery power only. I'm using it currently at battery power only, so I'm just going to select that for now. You can see I'm already getting some alerts there from the motion of me on the camera. So the camera's motion detection is working just fine. Now this takes you through a little bit of a guide here to show you the best place to put your camera, and adjusting the height and the angle, and mounting the camera and stuff like that. So once we get through all that, we just hit finish, and I'm going to save my password and everything, and we're ready to go. So let's just rescan for the camera, and now you can notice that the blue light is now solid, and my picture is there. Of course, it will be upside down because the camera is sitting on my desk, and it should be this way, but as you can see, we're good to go. So let's just leave it that way for now, because we can flip the image, and I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, so now we're in the app and we're good to go. You can see on the main portion of the app, if we go into settings, you're going to have your camera battery strength, your Wi-Fi strength, all of that, where it's located. Your motion detection can be changed. You've got smart push, as you can see, mine is on and it's ready to go. Every time I move in front of the camera, I'm getting a motion detection. You can adjust your activity zone as well, so that it will trigger in certain activity zones. You can do an audible alarm and a flashlight alarm. You can have those two LEDs on the side that get pretty bright, and how long you want that to run as well. So if it does detect motion, it can scare people off with those types of things. Now, under video settings, we can change the resolution from SD to 2K. We're going to put it in 2K. You can rotate the image, and this is where now, see, I'm upside down because I have the camera upside down. I can rotate the image, and there you go. I've rotated it, and now it works just fine sitting here on my desk. Anti-flicker and your frequency, auto night vision, black and white mode, or color mode. Now, color mode will just turn on the two bright white LEDs, so we can do that, and your light sensitivity is there as well. You can manage your SD card if you do have a micro SD card in there. I do not currently, but you can format it here as well. Now we also have lighting settings. This is for your indicator, like that blue LED. We can turn that on or off if you do not want to have that on. You do have your power source, battery power only, of course, or solar, and you can have those switched as well. Your alarm volume, your voice volume, live audio recording and video recording can be set here as well. You do have an installation guide, and you can share the camera or remove it from here. So let's take a look at the application. The application is a really nice application where you can adjust the sound. You can fire off that audible alarm. I've got a nice jog wheel here. If I want to, pan and tilt, I can easily do that from here. I can press to speak to the camera as well. Normally, I bring out something like Dr. Strange as a subject here, so let's do that real quick and turn it around. Okay, so now looking at the main app, I've got a nice little jog wheel here where I can reposition the camera the way I would like to. Works out really nicely. I can listen to the sound of the camera. I can do an audible alarm. It gets really loud. You can also set it up to flash the LED lights at the same time. That should be enough to scare off anyone. You can adjust those white lights and turn them on in daylight mode, but they will also turn on in color night mode as well, which we'll check out in just a second. So again, you've got two-way communication with the camera, a nice crisp clean picture, pinch to zoom, and overall looks really good. I really like the setup that you have here in the 𝗥𝗲𝗿𝗀 app, turning it into full screen mode here. If we tap on it, we can pinch to zoom, and if we tap on the screen, we also get all of our on-screen controls that we had right here as well, being able to pan and tilt and everything like that. So we can also enable our photo and video access in the 𝗥𝗲𝗿𝗀 app. Make sure that you have the permissions here, and then we'll be able to save still pictures and also videos directly to the phone or whatever you are connected to. So I'm going to do that now. Go back into the app, and now I'll be able to save a video here if I want to, and it will save it directly to my phone. Or I'll be able to snap a few quick pictures as well. Those will also be saved right to my media gallery in my phone. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is night mode. So let's turn all the lights out here and see how well that does. I have it set to color and night mode, so that means it's going to turn on the LED floodlights. And you can see it does a good job at illuminating my subject there. And you're going to be able to see fairly far with this. But with the IR night mode, you are going to be able to see, and it'll flip over here in just a second. You're going to be able to see quite a bit further, and it still has a crisp, clean picture, so it definitely has a nice night mode to it as well. Okay, so that's my review of the Sovmiku CQ1 2K solar Wi-Fi outdoor security camera. There's a lot of good things to like about this. It's a well-built app. It has a ton of different features in it. The camera quality is good. The battery length is long, and with the added solar panel, you won't have to worry about battery life at all. But if you do want to just run it on battery, you're going to get up to 2 months per charge, which is also really decent. So overall, I'm going to give this one a thumbs up. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll check you guys out on the next one.